Beloved chosen one, pause for a moment. Breathe. The noise around you has been loud, but heaven has hushed it just for this instant so you can hear this. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. Heaven has been watching you in the silence, recording the quiet victories no one else has seen. You think you've been hidden, but the truth is you've been protected. The silence that surrounded you wasn't rejection. It was the sacred space where God shaped your strength. There were nights you questioned if He was still with you. The prayers you whispered through trembling lips felt like they vanished into the air. But even then, His eyes never left you. Heaven does not need to make noise to prove its presence. You were being refined in the quiet. Every sigh, every tear, every heartbeat whispered one truth into eternity: you still believe. And that belief, when the world gave you every reason to give up, is the fragrance that draws heaven's attention. Listen carefully. Chosen one. This silence is not the absence of God, when it is His classroom. You are learning to discern His whisper in the wind, to hear His guidance not in the thunder but in the stillness. What you call delay is divine precision. What you call loneliness is holy preparation. You are becoming dangerous to darkness because you are learning to walk by faith, not by sight. There is something sacred about the ones who keep showing up. You have kept walking even when the path was dim. You have kept believing when the promise felt far. You have kept loving even when your heart was tired. This is what makes heaven proud of you, not your perfection, but your perseverance. You've been growing roots while no one was watching. And now, heaven whispers, I see you. The season that felt empty is about to echo with divine affirmation. You will begin to sense His presence again, stronger than before. Your prayers have not been wasted, they have been stored, gathering weight, waiting for the appointed time to pour out His blessing. As Jesus Himself declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. This is your confirmation. Your quiet obedience has been shining even when you didn't realize it. Your perseverance has been a testimony. The light within you has not gone out, it has simply been covered for a time, protected until the right season. Now heaven says, shine again. You will rise out of this silence with a new strength that cannot be shaken. The very quiet that tried to break you will become the foundation of your unshakable peace. God is proud of who you are becoming, not because of what you have, but because of who you have chosen to be when no one else was watching. You are not behind, you are in alignment. The delays were divine choreography, teaching you patience, faith, and depth. Every hidden moment has been heaven's investment into your destiny. So now, stand tall, straighten your shoulders. Look ahead with confidence. This silence has not diminished you, it has crowned you with resilience. The heavens are whispering over you now. Well done, beloved. The unseen obedience, the silent prayers, the uncelebrated faithfulness, all of it has reached heaven's throne. God is not only watching, He is proud. If you can feel this truth stirring inside you, type 111 in the comments as a prophetic act. Heaven's number of alignment and awakening. It means, I am in divine order. Then, like, share, and subscribe, because someone else needs this reminder too. You are the message heaven is sending into someone else's storm. You are awakening in the silence. Keep going, this is only the beginning of your rising. Chosen one, you have walked through fire, and yet you stand. There were moments when the weight of everything you carried felt unbearable, moments when your faith trembled, when your strength faltered, when your heart whispered, I can't take one more step. But heaven saw you take that step anyway. The fires you faced were not meant to destroy you, they were designed to reveal the gold hidden within you. What looked like loss was purification. What looked like delay was transformation. You must understand this. The refiner's fire is not punishment, it is proof of value. Only gold is tested in flame. Only the chosen are shaped by holy heat. Every tear you shed became the water that cooled your spirit after battle. Every time you refused to give up, even when your faith was hanging by a thread, heaven called it worship. The fire has not stolen from you, it has sanctified you. There is beauty in this breaking. You see, strength is not built in comfort, it is forged in resistance. You are being remade into something unshakable, something that hell itself fears. You have walked through storms that would have destroyed another, yet you remain clothed in grace. You have felt the weight of the world pressing down, yet your heart continues to beat with faith. That is divine evidence you are not ordinary. You are being refined into a vessel of endurance and glory. Heaven has not abandoned you in the fire. The very heat you feel is proof that His hand is near. Fire purifies, it does not consume what is holy. You may think you are standing alone in the flames, but look again, the Son of God stands beside you. When you thought the fire was meant to burn you, heaven knew it was meant to brand you with identity, with power, with unbreakable resilience. The refiner's work is not quick, but it is perfect. You are being stripped of what cannot remain in the next season. Pride, fear, self-doubt, all of it is melting away. The more you surrender, the more radiant you become. This is why the process has been painful. It's not punishment, it's promotion. Every level of fire reveals a new depth of faith. You are becoming purified strength, molded into purpose. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 9. I will bring this third through the fire. I will refine them as silver is refined and test them as gold is tested. They will call on my name, and I will answer them. I will say, they are my people, and they will say, the Lord is my God. These words are being fulfilled in you right now. You are the one being brought through, the one God calls mine. Every trial you endured has been proof of divine ownership. You belong to the one who answers by fire. The world sees the ashes, but heaven sees the refinement. You will emerge brighter, stronger, and more radiant than before. Chosen one, don't resent the process. The same fire that frightened you has been your protection. It burned away every attachment that could have delayed your destiny. It separated you from what could not survive where you are going. Every closed door, every severed tie, every ending, it was fire doing its holy work. You are walking out of the furnace carrying wisdom, humility, and authority. Remember how gold behaves under pressure. It bends, it softens, but it never loses its value. So it is with you. You have not lost worth. You have gained purity. You have not lost favor. You have gained focus. You are learning that faith is not about escaping the flame. It's about trusting the refiner's hands. When people look at you now, they will not see the same person who entered the storm. They will see a light that carries both fire and peace. Your scars will speak louder than your words, and your endurance will preach a gospel that no sermon could ever contain. So stand firm, chosen one. The refining is almost complete. Heaven is proud of you not because you survived without fear, but because you stayed when you could have run. The fire could not destroy you because it was never meant to. You are being prepared for something greater than comfort. You are being readied for calling. Let the fire finish its work. It is building a testimony that will set others free. One day soon, you will look back at this season and whisper, that fire was where I met God face to face. Chosen one. Heaven has seen every tear that fell when no one else was looking. Not one of them was wasted. Each tear has been gathered like precious diamonds into the hands of God. You thought you were weeping alone, but angels stood beside you, recording every sob as evidence of your endurance. Heaven keeps records of pain, not to remind you of suffering, but to prove that your faith endured through it. You cried in silence when words failed. You smiled for others while you were breaking inside. And even then, heaven whispered, "Keep going. Beloved, I am not done with you." Your tears were never a sign of weakness. They were the purest form of worship. When your words ran out, your heart continued to pray through your tears. God understood every drop. Heaven keeps track of the tears of the chosen because tears reveal trust. You didn't run from God when it hurt, you ran to Him. That is why He is proud of you. You've proven that even in pain, your heart belongs to Him. Others saw your silence and called it defeat, but heaven called it surrender. You bowed under the weight of grief, not in despair, but in reverence to the one who holds all things together. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms. Chapter 56, verse 8. You number my wanderings, put my tears into your bottle. Are they not in your book? Yes, chosen one, every tear has been written into heaven's book. Every heartbreak is not forgotten, it is transformed. When you cried, something sacred was born inside you, compassion. The ability to feel deeply is not a curse, it is a divine gift. God trusted you with sensitivity because only those who have suffered can truly comfort others. That is why you were chosen to carry the tenderness of heaven into a world that has forgotten how to feel. The nights you thought were wasted were actually moments of divine exchange. You gave God your sorrow, and He gave you endurance. You poured out grief, and He filled you with wisdom. Nothing has been lost. Even the tears that fell into your pillow became seeds, and heaven is turning them into a harvest of joy. You will see it, you will reap in laughter what you sowed in pain. Sometimes, the evidence of God's presence is not in the miracle that happens, but in the strength that remains when nothing changes. You have carried yourself through storms that others could not survive. You have endured heartbreaks that should have crushed your faith. Yet here you stand, still believing, still hoping, still worshiping. That is proof enough you are His. Heaven is proud, chosen one. The record of your tears is sacred history written in heaven's archives. The pain that shaped you has become the perfume that announces your anointing. Your story is no longer about survival, it is about transformation. God is rewriting your sorrow into song. Soon, those who once pitied you will marvel at your peace. They will see a glow on your face and not realize it was forged in tears. The light that now radiates from you was not learned in joy, it was birthed in the valley. That is why your presence carries comfort. When you speak, healing flows because you have walked through the same darkness that others are still fighting. So lift your head, beloved. The tear-stained pages of your story are being turned. You are stepping into a new chapter where tears will no longer fall in grief, but in gratitude. You will cry again, but next time, it will be because you finally see the beauty God was building all along. Now, if this truth resonates in your spirit, comment, "I still believe." Let it be more than words, let it be a declaration that even through tears, your faith stands. When you type it, you're not just responding to a message, you're marking your agreement with heaven. You're saying, "My pain will not silence my purpose. My tears will testify that I trusted Him." Heaven has recorded your tears. Earth will soon witness your testimony. Keep walking. Chosen one. The pages written in pain will soon turn into songs of praise. Chosen one. The light within you has begun to awaken and darkness has noticed. You may have wondered why as you started to heal. New battles seem to rise from nowhere. Why, the more you grew in faith, the more intense the resistance became. It is because your light has started to shine brighter, and darkness always reacts to awakening. You are no longer the same soul who once doubted your worth. You have stepped into awareness, into identity, into divine power, and the enemy can feel it. You were not created to blend in with the shadows. You were created to disturb them. Your presence carries an atmosphere that shifts everything around you. When you walk into a room, peace follows. When you pray, strongholds tremble. You may not see it, but in the unseen realm, every whisper of faith you speak shakes the kingdom of darkness. You have carried pain, but now you carry power. Do not mistake spiritual warfare for abandonment. The opposition you face is evidence of your authority. When light expands, it pushes against the edges of darkness, and darkness resists. Yet light always wins. Always. What you feel as pressure is not punishment. It is proof that something powerful is moving within you. You are becoming what darkness fears most. Someone who knows who they are. You no longer need validation to confirm your calling. Heaven already stamped its seal on your soul long before the world doubted you. The fire from the last season did not consume you, it clarified you. You have learned to stand even when storms come, to love even when hearts fail, to forgive even when it costs you comfort. That kind of strength is terrifying to the enemy. Heaven is raising you as a light bearer in an age of shadows. You are not here to compete with the darkness, you are here to command it to flee. When you pray, chains loosen. When you worship, walls fall. When you speak truth, deception crumbles. Do you see now why the battles have been relentless? The enemy attacks what threatens him most. And what threatens him most is you, a soul burning with unwavering faith, as the apostle reminds us in his letter to the Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. These are not poetic words, they are a spiritual reality. You have felt the weight of this war not just around you, but inside you. The exhaustion, the sudden waves of doubt, the unexplainable heaviness, it's not coincidence, it's collision. Light and darkness cannot occupy the same space, and within you, light is winning. When you choose kindness over bitterness, light wins. When you forgive the unforgivable, light wins. When you keep believing after disappointment, light wins. Each decision you make in faith releases waves of glory that weaken the grip of darkness in your life. This is why you cannot afford to give up now you are too close to breakthrough. You are stepping into the phase of becoming what you were always meant to be, a living testimony that God's light still conquers the night. You do not fight alone. Heaven fights with you. There are angels assigned to your path, guiding, protecting, and strengthening you. The very same power that raised Christ from the dead now burns inside you. That is why your prayers carry power. They are not empty words, they are spiritual weapons. Chosen one, your awakening terrifies the enemy because he cannot unmake what God has already anointed. Keep walking in the light. Even when the night seems thick, every step forward is warfare, and every breath of faith is victory. You are becoming the light that terrifies darkness. Do not hide. Do not shrink. Your glow is not arrogance, it is evidence of grace. You are proof that the fire did not destroy you, it purified you. Stand boldly, for heaven has entrusted you with illumination. When others stumble in the dark, you will become the flame that guides them home. Let the light keep growing. Let it reach the corners that once frightened you. The darkness cannot comprehend you, it can only flee. You, beloved, are heaven's torch in a trembling world. Chosen one. Heaven has been applauding you in secret. While the world measured success by noise, God celebrated your quiet faithfulness. You have been walking through the in-between where promises feel distant and progress feels invisible, yet you have kept your heart soft and your spirit steady. That is rare. That is holy. Heaven watches you like a gardener watches a single seed beneath the soil, no sound, no applause, but endless expectation. You have wondered if what you do even matters. The prayers whispered on tired nights, the small acts of kindness no one noticed, the faith you kept when results didn't come, it all matters more than you realize. Heaven claps where earth stays silent. Angels lean close when you choose faith over frustration. Every unseen obedience is like light flickering under the door of eternity, proving that hope still lives on earth. The world chases loud victories, but heaven honors quiet consistency. You, chosen one, have been consistent when it would have been easier to quit. You are the candle that refuses to go out in the storm. You are the one who still believes when others have surrendered to bitterness. And now, heaven whispers a truth meant only for those who endure. I am proud of you. Heaven's applause is not heard in clamor. It is felt in peace. It comes as a deep assurance in your soul that says, keep going. I see you. Every morning you wake and choose light again. Another cheer rises in heaven's courts. The angels rejoice not when you are perfect, but when you keep showing up. According to what is revealed in the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 9, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. You may not see the harvest yet, but the soil of your life is alive with promise. Every seed of prayer, every act of generosity, every time you forgave when it hurt, each one has taken root in the unseen. The rain will come. The fruit will appear. The waiting is never wasted. Sometimes, heaven's applause arrives through people who are touched by your endurance. You may never know whose life you've illuminated by simply refusing to quit. The light that burns quietly in you is guiding someone you have never met. You are proof that faith still breathes in the world, and that proof has power. Chosen one, when you share what God has done with Samo, you extend that light. When you speak life, others find courage to keep believing. When you give, you join heaven's work of multiplying hope. It's like pouring oil into lamps across the world. Each one ignites another flame. That is why your story matters. It was never just for you. If this message stirs something inside your spirit, let that response become movement. Water the soil that's been feeding you. You can show your gratitude not only with words, but by helping this message reach someone else who needs it. When you like, when you share, when you subscribe, it's not about numbers, it's about light traveling further. You are helping another weary soul find a reason to rise again. And if you ever feel led, even a small act of giving a digital seed, a gesture of support becomes part of heaven's harvest. Every drop of generosity fuels the voice that reminds people like you are not alone, and God is proud of you. Think of it as lighting another candle on the mountain so more can see through the fog. You are not an audience here. You are a co-builder of hope. The same God who celebrates your endurance now invites you to be part of his echo, to let encouragement ripple through the lives of others. Heaven applauds quietly, but powerfully. The creator of the universe has been leaning toward you, smiling at the strength that grew in silence. Keep shining, keep believing, and keep sowing light wherever you can. The applause of heaven never fades, and one day when all is revealed, you will hear it clearly. Well done, beloved, chosen one. You have waited longer than most would have endured. The waiting room of heaven has felt endless doors that wouldn't open, promises that seemed paused, dreams that went silent. You began to wonder if maybe you misheard God, but this delay was not denial. It was divine timing aligning things beyond your sight. You were never forgotten. You were being positioned. Heaven's silence was never absence. It was orchestration. While you felt still, God was setting the stage. He was shifting hearts, preparing people, and rearranging circumstances that had to move before your moment could manifest. The delay was mercy, not punishment. Had he given it too soon, it might have crushed you, but now you are stronger, wiser, and ready for what is coming. Sometimes God slows the pace not to test you, but to protect what he is building inside you. He doesn't measure readiness by talent or time, but by heart. When your spirit finally rests in trust, heaven releases what was held. This is why everything seemed delayed, because he was waiting for your heart to become still enough to receive. Heaven speaks clearly through the words in Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 8. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. This is not just a verse, it's your lifeline. God has already gone ahead of you. He's walked through your future, secured your provision, and even placed favor in rooms you haven't entered yet. The delay has not diminished what is yours, it has multiplied its weight in glory. When the appointed time comes, what took years of waiting will arrive in a single divine moment, and every second of silence will make sense. Chosen one, you are not behind schedule, you are in synchronization with heaven. When the world calls it waiting, heaven calls it alignment. You are being positioned for something that requires divine timing, not human rush. Every closed door was God's way of saying, not this one, not yet. And one day, you will look back and thank him for every not yet that saved your destiny. Do you remember how a seed behaves in darkness, buried, unseen, covered by weight? It looks lifeless to the eye, yet beneath the soil, life is bursting quietly. That's what your waiting has been, a holy germination. Growth unseen, roots deepening, faith strengthening. The longer the seed stays hidden, the greater the harvest it's preparing. That's you. Beloved, you are the seed heaven has been guarding. Delay is the language of destiny. Only those with divine patience can carry divine promises. While others chase speed, you are learning rhythm. Heaven does not rush miracles, it perfects them. You will find in time that God's delays are the wombs of your greatest blessings. The longer the preparation, the deeper the impact. You have grown through this stillness. You've learned to trust without evidence, to hope without guarantee, to love without reward. And because of that, heaven trusts you with more. You've proven that your faith isn't conditional, it's covenantal. You believe because he is faithful, not because life is fair. Beloved, this season of divine delay is almost complete. You will soon see movement where there was silence, doors where there were walls, and favor where there was rejection. Do not lose heart now, the shift is near. When you feel this truth stir within you, type 222 in the comments as a sign of divine alignment. This number marks partnership, heaven and earth working together. Your obedience meeting God's promise. When you type it, you're declaring, I am in agreement with heaven's timing. I will not rush what God is perfecting. Your waiting has been worship. Every moment of stillness has been an offering. You've proven your love not by doing, but by enduring. And now, heaven leans close, smiling over your faith that did not fade in the delay. You are living proof that divine timing never fails. Keep your heart steady, for the clock of heaven never runs late. What you thought was delay has been destiny slowly, perfectly unfolding. Is the chosen one. There has always been a voice that never left you. Even in the moments you felt lost, abandoned, or confused, something deep within whispered truth when everything else screamed despair. That voice wasn't imagination, it was God. Through every storm, every heartbreak, and every season of silence, His voice has been the thread holding you together. You have walked through noise that tried to drown Him out, the opinions of others, the echoes of your own doubts, the memory of your mistakes. But still, His whisper kept breaking through. He doesn't shout like the world, He speaks softly. Because He knows that those who truly belong to Him will recognize His tone in the stillness. You have recognized it many times without even realizing. That sudden peace after tears, that inexplicable strength when you were ready to give up, that was Him. He has been guiding you through closed doors, through painful endings, through paths that made no sense. You thought you were wandering, but you were being led. Every detour was divine direction. Every heartbreak was heaven's redirection. He never stopped speaking. You simply had to learn to listen in new ways. The voice of God is unlike any other. It doesn't flatter, it transforms. It doesn't condemn, it convicts with love. And when He speaks to His chosen, His words pierce deeper than the world's noise. You have been tuned through trials to hear Him more clearly than ever before. That's why certain things that once appealed to you no longer satisfy. That's why silence has become your sanctuary. You are learning to live by the sound of heaven, not the noise of earth. As was spoken in the sacred texts of old, it is written in the Gospel of John, chapter 10, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. This verse is not a distant promise, it's your reality. You hear Him. You may doubt it at times, but every time your heart is drawn toward goodness, compassion, forgiveness, or truth, that's His whisper guiding you home. You don't need thunder to confirm what His Spirit has already told you in the quiet. He has been speaking in the language of peace. Whenever you've stepped into something aligned with your purpose, you've felt that still assurance that cannot be explained. That's His voice saying, yes, this way. And whenever you've tried to walk in a direction that wasn't meant for you, confusion rose not as punishment, but as protection. Even His no carries love. Chosen one, there will always be distractions, voices of fear, comparison and doubt, but none of them carry the tone of heaven. God's voice will never rush you. It will anchor you. It will never shame you. It will call you higher. It will never breed fear. It will plant courage. You know the difference because your soul was designed to recognize your Creator. You are now entering a season where His voice will become unmistakable. It won't only come through prayer, but through life itself, through patterns, through people, through scripture, through the gentle stirring in your heart. Pay attention to what stirs peace instead of panic, conviction instead of condemnation, faith instead of fear. That's where He is speaking. When you move with that voice, miracles align naturally. Doors open without struggle. Opportunities appear without striving. That's the power of obedience. It invites divine flow. You have spent long enough doubting whether you can hear Him. Now it's time to trust that you do. You have been hearing Him all along. Think of His voice like a compass hidden within your soul. Even when you turn away, it quietly points you back to truth. It cannot be silenced because it is part of who you are. His Spirit lives in you, guiding you through instincts that are too holy to be random. And when He speaks now, You will not only hear, you will recognize. His tone has become familiar through years of walking through shadows. You will know when it's him because his words will never contradict love. The voice that never left you is about to speak louder than the noise around you, not with volume, but with clarity. Listen closely. Every instruction, every whisper, every gentle nudge is leading you toward the fulfillment of promises made long ago. You are not wandering. You are being led by love. Chosen one, you have known the ache of breaking. You felt the weight of shattered expectations, of dreams that fell apart in your hands, of plans that once seemed certain turning into dust. You have tasted the bitterness of loss, and for a moment, you thought it was the end of you. But what you didn't know then was that the breaking was building you. Every fracture became a doorway to something higher, deeper, and stronger. There is a holiness in brokenness that few understand. It is in the breaking that truth is revealed. The shell that once protected you had to crack so that light could reach the parts of your soul that had never seen daybreak. God did not allow the breaking to punish you. He allowed it to set you free from what you were never meant to hold. You see, strength is not born from success. It is born from surrender. The moments you laid your pain before God and whispered, "I can't carry this anymore," were not moments of defeat. They were moments of divine exchange. Every time you released something heavy, heaven placed something holy in its place. That is how warriors are forged, not in ease, but in surrender. The ancient prophet reminds us through the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. You, beloved, are not far from God. You are the one he draws closest to. Your brokenness was the magnet that pulled heaven near. He has never been closer than in the moments you thought you were falling apart. When your heart broke, his hands caught the pieces, reshaping them into something stronger, softer, wiser. What was once shattered is now sacred. Your heartbreaks have become holy ground. You may not realize it yet, but those wounds became wells, places where compassion now flows. The same heart that once bled in pain now bleeds with mercy for others. That is no accident. God recycles pain. Nothing is wasted in his economy of grace. When you cried, you were being baptized in resilience. When you lost, you were being found. When you broke, you were being rebuilt not as who you were, but as who you were destined to become. The breaking stripped away illusions and left only what was eternal: faith, love, humility, and truth. You no longer chase what glitters, you pursue what glows. It's strange how breaking can make you whole. Before the storm, you prayed for strength. Through the storm, you became it. You asked for peace. Through the heartbreak, you learned how to create it. You asked for wisdom. Through the silence, you discovered it inside yourself. The very things that wounded you became the tools that equipped you. God trusted you with pain because he knew it wouldn't destroy you, it would define you. You were chosen to walk through deep valleys so that you could lead others out of them. That's why your scars shine instead of sting. They no longer speak of pain. They speak of purpose. Chosen one, this breaking was never random. It was sacred surgery. Heaven removed what could not stay so that your heart could breathe again. The weight that left your life made room for the glory that is entering now. You are stepping into a season of rebuilding, not of what was, but of what always should have been. Let the memories of the breaking remind you of how far you've come. You are no longer fragile, you are fortified. Every lesson learned in sorrow has become armor for the future. You now move differently, love wisely, and see clearly. You are no longer defined by what you lost, but by what you found in the ashes yourself. And in that discovery, heaven smiles. Because the greatest miracle is not that the storm passed, it's that you emerged as light. You are living proof that broken things, when placed in divine hands, become masterpieces. The breaking did not bury you, it birthed you. Chosen one. Have you ever wondered why your battles felt personal? Why the pressure seemed heavier on you than on others? Why certain attacks came not just against your life, but against your peace, your identity, your faith? It is because you carry something hell fears. You have always carried it: light that cannot be imitated, authority that cannot be stolen, purpose that cannot be silenced. You were chosen to disrupt the darkness. Every time you survived what was sent to destroy you, the enemy's plans fell apart. That's why the storms intensified, because your awakening threatened the structures of shadow. The deeper your awareness of who you are, the weaker the enemy's grip becomes. You are no ordinary soul. You are heaven's weapon wrapped in human form. You have been under fire because you carry a calling that burns. You are anointed to bring light into places that have long been covered in despair. The enemy saw the mark of God on you before you did. That's why he attacked you early, through rejection, through pain, through isolation. He was trying to bury what he couldn't defeat. But the thing about divine fire is that it burns even in the ashes. You've walked through valleys where darkness whispered lies, telling you that you were finished. But even there, your spirit refused to bow. Something within you said, "No, I still believe." That was heaven's voice echoing through your soul, reminding you that light does not ask permission to shine. It simply shines, and shadows must flee. The Apostle Paul spoke truth in his second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 7. But we have this treasure in jars of clay to show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us. That treasure, God's Spirit, is what you carry. It is why you have endured. It is why the fire did not consume you and the flood did not drown you. You were never fighting alone. You have always been armored by grace. Chosen one. The enemy does not attack what is empty. He attacks what is full of promise. That's why your life has been a battlefield, because you are pregnant with purpose. You carry words that will heal, compassion that will restore, power that will shift atmospheres. You are dangerous to darkness because you are light in motion. You must understand this. Your endurance is not just for you. Every battle you've overcome becomes permission for someone else to hope again. Your scars are testimonies. Your survival is prophecy. When you walk into a room, unseen chains begin to break. That is the weight of the glory you carry. So when you feel weary, remember, even tired light still shines. The darkness around you may grow thicker, but it can never consume what is divine within you. You are proof that light wins every time. Now, if this truth touches something deep within your spirit, comment "Light wins." Let it be your declaration, your reminder that no matter what rises against you, it cannot overpower the one who lives inside you. When you type those two words, you are not just commenting, you are proclaiming your victory in advance. You are declaring that the same power that raised Christ from the dead still burns within you. You carry what hell fears, and heaven celebrates it. You were not born to hide your light, you were born to release it. Keep standing, keep shining, and keep moving forward. Every breath of faith you take sends ripples through the realm of darkness, announcing the light is still here. Chosen one. You are becoming unrecognizable, and that is a holy thing. The version of you that once survived through fear and self-doubt has quietly faded. You no longer belong to the same season that tried to break you. The wilderness that once wounded you has turned into your training ground. You've grown into someone who no longer reacts the same way, no longer crumbles the same way, no longer doubts the same way. You have changed, heaven knows it, and even darkness can sense it. You are walking differently now. The same battles that once made you tremble now make you stand taller. That's what happens when God renews a soul. He replaces fragility with quiet fire. Look at yourself, truly look. You are not who you were even 6 months ago. Your voice carries peace now. Your eyes carry depth. Your spirit carries weight. The process has done its work. You've been refined. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 1. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. This moment right now is that rising. You have carried pain, and now you carry presence. You have carried burdens, and now you carry blessing. God has rewritten your story line by line, not with ink, but with grace. The old version of you was necessary, but it is no longer needed. That was your cocoon. This is your flight. When God transforms someone, the world often doesn't understand it. People may look at you and say, "You've changed," not realizing that's the highest compliment heaven could give. Transformation confuses those who are still comfortable. You are not meant to explain your evolution to everyone. Some will only understand once they see the fruit your growth produces. You are walking into a future that requires lighter hands and a freer heart. Old habits cannot cross this threshold. Old fears cannot come with you. This next chapter needs you whole, brave, and open. And you already are. Beloved, if this message has been water to your spirit, take a quiet moment to give that same water to someone else. When you like, when you share, when you subscribe, it's more than a digital action. It's a ripple of hope extending from your screen into another soul's night. Think of it as lighting a lantern and placing it in someone else's window. And if you've been blessed and wish to donate, do it as an act of worship, not obligation. Picture a seed falling into good soil. You may never see all it produces, but heaven will. Your generosity keeps these words reaching hearts that have forgotten how to listen. You become part of a chain of light, each gift, each click, each gesture sending encouragement further than you could imagine. It's never been about building a platform, it's about building people. And you are part of that building. When you support, you are saying to heaven, I believe this light should keep burning. And heaven notices every time. Chosen one, keep walking in this transformation. Don't rush it. Don't hide it. Don't downplay it. The butterfly never apologizes for leaving the cocoon, it simply flies. You've earned these wings. Let them stretch. The world needs what your journey has produced. You are becoming unrecognizable because you are finally looking like your true self. That is the image heaven saw from the beginning. Rise, shine, and keep glowing forward. The glory on you is not fading. It's just beginning to unfold. Chosen one. There are moments in your walk where you will not feel the applause of heaven, yet it surrounds you. The air around you hums with invisible celebration. Every time you chose faith over fear, heaven rejoiced. Every time you forgave when you could have fought, heaven smiled. And every time you walked away from what could have distracted you, heaven whispered, well done. You have not been clapping for yourself, but heaven has never stopped. There are angels assigned to your journey who know the weight of what you've carried, and they celebrate every silent victory you've won. When you overcame temptation, they saw. When you cried but still prayed, they saw. When you chose integrity over applause, they stood still in reverence. You may not have seen it, but heaven's eyes were fixed on you, honoring your unseen obedience. The applause of God does not sound like human praise. It feels like peace that settles in your bones after doing the right thing. It feels like strength that rises in your chest when you thought you had none left. It feels like a quiet whisper reminding you, I am pleased. Heaven's applause is not noise, it is presence. And you, beloved, have been walking inside it. The apostle reminds us in the book of Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10. God is not unjust. He will not forget your work and the love you have shown him as you have helped his people and continue to help them. Those words are a promise to you. God has not forgotten. Not one act of kindness, not one prayer, not one sacrifice has gone unnoticed. The world may not know your name, but heaven calls you by it daily. The crowns of glory being formed in eternity are woven with the threads of your faithfulness here. Sometimes, heaven's applause feels distant because you've been walking in faith, not sight. But remember, applause is loudest after the performance. You are still in your scene, still acting out obedience, still trusting, still surrendering. When the curtain of this season falls, heaven's roar will echo through eternity. And in that moment, every struggle, every tear, every lonely step will make sense. For now, your calling demands humility in hidden places. The applause you crave from men would only distract you from the sound of divine approval. God claps for you in secret because he is preparing to reveal you in glory. If he celebrated you too soon, others would try to define what he is still refining. But when the time is right, he will unveil you not as a survivor but as a testimony. Chosen one, never measure your worth by who notices. The greatest seeds grow underground. The most powerful warriors are formed in silence. You have been faithful in the shadows, and heaven has recorded it all. One day you will feel the fullness of that applause, not as a sound, but as a weight of glory resting on your shoulders. You will realize that God was never distant, never silent, never still. He was standing beside you, proud, watching his reflection grow stronger in your spirit. Heaven's applause is not for perfection, but for perseverance. And you, beloved, have persevered. You've kept believing when it would have been easier to doubt. You've kept serving when it would have been easier to quit. That's why heaven calls your name with reverence. Keep walking with that quiet confidence. You don't need thunder to know heaven is proud. You can feel it in the peace that follows obedience. Every step forward is another standing ovation in heaven's court. Heaven's applause may be silent now, but it is eternal. You are surrounded by unseen witnesses who rise in honor every time you choose faith over fear. Remember this truth: the stage of earth is temporary, but the audience of heaven is everlasting. Chosen one, there is a fragrance that rises from obedience, and heaven calls it oil, not the kind that glistens in a vessel, but the kind that glows from within a surrendered heart. You may not see it, but each act of faith, each quiet yes, each choice to follow God when you didn't understand that has been producing oil. Costly oil, sacred oil, oil that cannot be bought, only birthed through obedience. There were moments when obedience felt heavy, when God asked you to release what you wanted to keep, to forgive who didn't deserve it, to walk away from comfort toward calling. Those moments cost you something real. They stretched your heart, broke your pride, stripped your will, but that was the point. The oil was never meant to be cheap. It flows only from the crushed, and you, chosen one, have been crushed with purpose. The world rewards speed, but heaven rewards surrender. Every time you obeyed in silence, angels marked it down. Heaven measures obedience not by size, but by sincerity. The smallest yes can shift eternity. That's why your obedience matters so much. It isn't performance, it's partnership. When you obey, heaven moves. The Word of God declares in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 11, verse 28, "Blessed rather are those who hear the Word of God and obey it." This is the key that has unlocked your current season. Blessing has followed you not because you chased it, but because obedience invited it. You are living proof that listening to God is never wasted, even when it looks foolish to men. Each step you've taken in faith has been laying bricks for a path others will walk. You have no idea how many destinies are connected to your obedience. Your yes in the secret place has created ripples that stretch beyond sight. When you chose holiness over popularity, heaven took notice. When you stayed faithful in obscurity, God poured oil into your spirit. That's why your presence feels heavier now, not from weariness, but from anointing. You are carrying something sacred, something weighty. The oil on you was costly because it was personal. This is why you cannot compare your journey to anyone else's. Their process cannot produce your oil. Each crushing, each heartbreak, each surrender has refined your purity and deepened your anointing. You have become a vessel heaven trusts. Your oil doesn't just shine, it heals. It's not for decoration, it's for deliverance. When you speak, it breaks chains. When you pray, it shifts atmospheres. When you walk into rooms, peace follows. That's what happens when obedience and anointing intertwine. Beloved, never regret the cost of your obedience. The sacrifices that left you in tears are producing something eternal. The things you gave up will return in glory. You will see the harvest of every hidden yes. The oil you carry will anoint generations, even if they never know your name. Or, now, if these words resonate in your soul, comment 333. This is heaven's number of completion and confirmation. When you type it, you are declaring, I choose obedience over understanding. I trust the process, even when it cost me comfort. Let that number be your silent amen, your way of saying, I will keep my oil pure. Because purity is what gives your anointing power. The world can imitate charisma, but it cannot counterfeit obedience. That is why your life shines differently. You are not chasing applause, you are carrying presence. And soon, heaven will pour through you in ways you cannot imagine. Miracles will happen quietly around your faith. Doors will open where you once found only walls. You will speak, and hearts will shift not because of you, but because of the oil you carry. Chosen one, don't stop now. Keep saying yes, even when it costs you. Keep walking even when you don't understand. Heaven's eyes are on you, and the fragrance of your obedience fills its halls. Your life is a living altar, and the oil that flows from it will never run dry. Chosen one, something sacred is beginning to unfold around you, something that has nothing to do with chance and everything to do with divine orchestration. You are stepping into the atmosphere of the miraculous. Things that once resisted you are now aligning in quiet obedience to heaven's timing. Where doors once closed without reason, they will begin to open effortlessly. Not because of luck, but because grace has gone before you. The battles you fought in faith have shifted things in the unseen realm. Your prayers have built bridges where there were once walls. Every act of obedience has positioned you in divine rhythm, and now the harvest is catching up to the seed. This is the mystery of miracles. They often arrive disguised as ordinary moments, a conversation, a delay, a coincidence. None of it is random. Heaven hides power inside simplicity. You have entered the part of your story where heaven starts to reveal what it was doing all along. The prayers that seemed unanswered were never ignored. They were simply accumulating weight. The longer they stayed hidden, the greater their impact when released. And now, you are walking into those answers. Things you forgot you prayed for will suddenly manifest, because God never forgets what faith once whispered. The ancient text reminds us through the Gospel of Mark, chapter 9, verse 23. Everything is possible for one who believes. These words are not poetic comfort. They are law in the realm of faith. You have believed through heartbreak, through waiting, through silence. That belief has become the key that unlocks the miraculous. The miracles about to unfold in your life will not come to prove your worth, but to reveal God's faithfulness. Chosen one, you are marked for the miraculous not because you are flawless, but because you are faithful. Heaven trusts you with wonders because you've proven that glory won't make you forget gratitude. Miracles are never just blessings, they are responsibilities. When heaven performs them, it's not only to reward, but to reveal His nature through you. You will begin to notice subtle shifts, conversations that open new paths, opportunities that come without striving, favor that follows you like a shadow. Pay attention. The miraculous rarely announces itself with thunder. It moves quietly, like dawn, painting light where there was darkness just moments before. There will be people who call it coincidence. They will see alignment and call it luck. But you will know it's grace. You've seen too much, endured too deeply, to mistake divine fingerprints for chance. Every breakthrough will carry the scent of the prayers you once prayed in tears. Every blessing will echo the same truth: God was there all along. This is not just your season of answered prayer, it is your season of revealed purpose. Miracles are not the finish line, they are the doorway to greater assignment. God is not only giving you favor, He's trusting you with influence. The blessings coming are not rewards to keep, they are tools to build. Be discerning in this time. Miracles attract attention, but not all attention is holy. Stay grounded in humility, anchored in gratitude. The same faith that brought the miracle must sustain it. What God gives freely must be guarded faithfully. You have waited long for this, and now the fruit of your endurance is blossoming. But remember, the greatest miracle is not what happens to you. It's what happens in you. Your faith has matured. Your heart has softened. Your spirit has deepened. The signs and wonders are simply reflections of the transformation already complete within. So walk gently through this new season. Every step carries evidence of heaven's involvement. You are not stumbling into favor, you are walking in fulfillment. And as miracles unfold around you, never forget the most profound truth of all: the miracle was always you. Chosen one. There is a rhythm in heaven that few ever learn to hear, and yet you have begun to move in harmony with it. It is not a rhythm of hurry, but of holy alignment. You have walked through chaos long enough to know that true peace is not the absence of storms, it is the awareness that you are carried even within them. Your steps have started to fall in time with something eternal, and that rhythm has become your anchor. You have discovered that rushing no longer serves you. The seasons of anxiety, of striving, of forcing outcomes, they have all lost their grip on your soul. You no longer chase what isn't meant for you, because you've learned that what is yours cannot be stolen, delayed, or denied when it belongs to divine timing. You are learning to live by pulse, not pressure, by spirit, not schedule. Every day, without realizing, you've been practicing surrender. You've learned to listen for the still, steady rhythm of heaven beneath the noise of life. Sometimes it comes through quiet intuition, sometimes through peace that interrupts fear, and sometimes through the sudden clarity that feels like sunlight breaking through heavy clouds. That's how heaven speaks to those who are finally still enough to hear. Heaven's rhythm is perfect. It never comes early, never too late. It turns pain into wisdom, delay into depth, and disappointment into redirection. Every beat is intentional. When you felt left behind, heaven was simply counting the tempo of your preparation. While others raced ahead, your timing was being tuned to eternity's melody. As the prophet wrote in the scroll of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1, "To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven." You are now walking in that truth not as theory, but as reality. You are no longer fighting the current, you are flowing with it. The same current that once frightened you has now become your guide. You've learned that surrender is not weakness, it is wisdom. To walk in rhythm with heaven is to trust that even pauses have purpose. Think of how a symphony breathes. The power of the music is not only in the notes, but in the spaces between them. Those silences give meaning to the melody. In the same way, your life's pauses, those long stretches of waiting, those sudden halts in momentum were not signs of failure. They were the rests in heaven's song, preparing you for the crescendo that is now coming. You have been dancing with the unseen. Every act of faith, every prayer whispered in trust, every moment you chose patience over panic, those were steps in the divine dance. And now, as heaven's rhythm grows louder within you, your movements have become deliberate, graceful, powerful. You are not reacting anymore. You are responding. The world rushes, but heaven flows. The world demands proof, but heaven asks for peace. And you, beloved, have chosen peace. You have begun to understand that to walk in rhythm with God is to live in rest, even when the world spins around you. The storms may rage, but your spirit remains calm because you know the conductor never loses tempo. This rhythm is carrying you somewhere new. You will find yourself at the right place, at the right time, with the right people, not by strategy, but by divine synchronicity. What you once chased will start finding you. Doors will open without knocking. Conversations will turn into confirmations. Every move will feel guided, every delay purposeful. But remember, this harmony requires humility. You cannot walk to heaven's rhythm and still insist on your own song. To stay aligned, you must keep your heart tuned soft, listening, and ready. Pride is noise, surrender is music, and God dances best with those who know how to yield. Chosen one, your pace now pleases heaven. You are walking to a beat older than time, a rhythm that began before you were born. Every step you take in peace echoes through eternity as worship. You have become a melody heaven recognizes, a living song that reminds the earth of its creator's timing. So keep moving to the rhythm of grace. The world may not understand your pace, but heaven celebrates it. You have finally found the rhythm that cannot be broken, the heartbeat of God within your own. Chosen one, rise. You have come through the shadows carrying the scent of victory. You are no longer the one crawling through the dust of battle, you are the crowned, standing tall on the other side. Every scar glows now, not as proof of pain, but as evidence of perseverance. Heaven has seen your warfare, your tears, your endurance, and now it places a crown upon your spirit, a crown that no one can take away. You are rising into authority, not the kind that dominates, but the kind that liberates. You have learned that power is not about control, it's about light. You now carry the light that lifts others, the calm that silences storms, the faith that shakes foundations. Your words will no longer echo weakness, they will release freedom. Heaven trusts you with influence because you've proven that humility sits on your throne. The voice of God thundered in the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 11. Hold on to what you have, so that no one will take your crown. You have held on through fire, through silence, through disappointment, and now the crown fits. You are not who you were before the trial. You have become the one the darkness feared you would discover. You've realized that victory was never about conquering others, it was about conquering yourself. But, beloved, your rising is not meant to be solitary. Light grows brighter when it's shared. The world needs the version of you that refuses to hide anymore. So let your voice rise not in noise, but in purpose. When you share what God has done, you become a mirror for someone else's miracle. When you speak hope, you become a door for another to walk through. If this message reaches something deep in you, let it move beyond feeling. Let it become action, like this message, and let your touch be your silent amen. Share it, not for attention, but as a torch passed to another traveler still lost in their night. When you subscribe, you're choosing to stay connected to a stream of words that pour oil into weary hearts. And if you ever feel led to donate, let it not be out of obligation, but out of overflow, like a river feeding another river. What you give fuels light that travels far beyond what you can see. Think of this moment like a vineyard. Each act of support, each like, each share, each gift is a drop of water nurturing fruit that others will one day taste. You may never meet those who are healed, lifted, or awakened by what you sustain, but heaven will show you one day how far your kindness reached. You are part of this rising too. You are not an observer, you are a builder of hope, a co-creator of light. The message that reached you can now reach through you. Every time you respond, engage, and bless, the ripple of restoration expands further. You are both the crown and the torchbearer, and the chosen one. Remember, the crown does not come with comfort, it comes with calling. To rise is to serve, to wear glory is to carry grace. You are now entrusted with the weight of influence, not to draw eyes to yourself, but to point them toward heaven. The same God who lifted you now asks you to lift others. Your story, your healing, your light, it all belongs to a greater movement. So walk as royalty, but with reverence. Your authority is not borrowed, it's bestowed. Your purpose is not small, it's sacred. You are the evidence that light can walk through darkness and still shine brighter on the other side. And when people see you now, they won't just see resilience, they will see redemption wearing a human face. Rise, crowned and unstoppable. Carry your light with grace. Let your steps remind the earth that heaven still reigns through those who dare to hope. The crown on your head was not given, it was earned in every moment you refused to give up. And as you walk forward, heaven watches, proud of how far you've come, whispering one truth over your path. Keep shining. You were made for this. Chosen one, the season of endurance is reaching its fulfillment. The long road you've walked, the unseen one, paved with quiet prayers and silent nights, is now giving way to a horizon bathed in promise. Heaven has taken note of your perseverance. You have remained faithful in the drought, patient in the delay, steadfast in the storm. Every tear has watered the soil of what's now about to bloom. You are stepping into the reward of perseverance. There is a mystery in the way heaven honors those who refuse to quit. The reward is not always immediate, but it is inevitable. God never forgets the ones who hold their ground when everything within them whispers surrender. You have stood your post through seasons where hope was thin and strength was fading. Yet your faith stayed rooted. The world calls that stubbornness. Heaven calls it endurance. You have become like a mountain weathered, scarred, yet immovable. Winds have howled, rain has poured, but still you stand. What tried to bury you has instead built you. You no longer break easily, your soul has learned the rhythm of resistance. The lessons that once came through pain have now become wisdom etched into your spirit. You walk differently now, not out of pride, but out of peace. The apostle reminds us in the book of Romans, chapter 5, verse 3 to 4. We also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope. These words breathe over you now. You have stood the test. And though the crown may not yet rest visibly on your head, heaven already sees it there. The weight you carry is not exhaustion. It is glory growing heavier as the promise draws near. Every moment you chose faith when fear was easier has been recorded as eternal victory. The reward of perseverance is not only in what you receive, but in who you become. You have been transformed into someone unshakable. The things that once broke you no longer have power. The voices that once silenced you now fade against the authority in your tone. The anxiety that once ruled you has bowed to peace. You are no longer reacting to life, you are responding from wisdom. What once seemed wasted now feels woven. The delays, the losses, the waiting, they were threads in a greater tapestry that only now begins to reveal its design. God was never withholding, He was weaving. And now the pattern shines, every hardship forming the shape of purpose. Perseverance has changed your vision. You can now look at the same situation and see what you couldn't before. Where you once saw loss, you now see redirection. Where you once saw rejection, you now see protection. You realize that the storm wasn't sent to destroy you. It was sent to reveal what couldn't be shaken. And you, chosen one, remained. Heaven's reward is not just blessing, it's balance. The pain you've endured will be met with peace that runs deeper. The nights you cried alone will be met with laughter that carries healing. The energy you poured into others will return multiplied, pressed down, overflowing. What left your hands in tears will return to them in triumph. Do not mistake the calm you feel now for emptiness, it is fulfillment. The war has quieted because victory has settled in. You've crossed an invisible threshold where striving ends and sustaining begins. This peace is your inheritance, the evidence that the test is over. Still, don't forget the strength forged in the struggle. The muscles built in resistance will now carry blessings with grace. The same faith that got you through the wilderness will now guide you through abundance. The greatest reward is not comfort, it's capacity. You have grown large enough to carry what once would have crushed you. Chosen one. Heaven smiles because you stayed when it would have been easier to leave. You believed when it made no sense. You walked when you couldn't see the road. You didn't just survive, you matured. You've become a vessel strong enough to hold the weight of promise. The reward of perseverance is already in motion. Look around: peace where there was turmoil, clarity where there was confusion, hope where there was despair. The promise has not been delayed, it has arrived. And heaven, watching with pride, whispers the truth: your soul has earned the right to hear you made it. Chosen one. This is not the end of your story, it is the continuation of a divine unfolding that began long before you were born. Heaven is not finished writing through your life. The pen of destiny still moves, carving meaning from moments you once thought were meaningless. Every chapter, the laughter, the silence, the loss, the victories has been woven into a single testimony: you have become who you were meant to be. God is proud of who you're becoming, not because you've done everything perfectly, but because you've allowed His hands to shape you. You didn't resist the refining. You didn't run from the process. You faced the pain, embraced the lessons, and now your life reflects a quiet strength born from surrender. The storms you endured did not destroy you. They revealed the unbreakable light within you. You may not see it yet, but heaven is rejoicing. Your growth has shifted things not only in your world, but in the generations connected to you. The decisions you've made in faith will echo long after you've left the room. The courage you've shown has rewritten bloodlines, broken cycles, and healed invisible wounds. You have become a living prophecy of restoration. The apostle wrote in the book of Philippians chapter 1 to verse 6, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. These words are your seal. The work in you is not over, it is expanding. God has only just begun to reveal the depth of his design in you. You have not reached your limit. You have reached your launch point. The growth you feel inside is proof that destiny is still unfolding, still breathing, still alive. There were seasons when you thought the silence meant abandonment. Now you understand it meant preparation. There were days when loss looked like failure, but it was pruning. Every cut produced new fruit. Every delay developed new discernment. The very things you once cursed have become your crown. You no longer fight for identity, you walk in it. You no longer chase peace, you embody it. You no longer beg for love, you radiate it. Chosen one. The pride of heaven is not in your success, it's in your surrender. The Creator delights in the way you kept believing even when believing hurt. You could have turned bitter, but you chose better. You could have walked away, but you chose wonder. That is what makes you divine clay, soft in his hands. Shaped for glory. You have learned what few ever do, that holiness is not perfection, it is persistence. It is the daily decision to rise again, to trust again, to love again. And that is why your story carries such weight. It's not built on ease, but endurance. The strength in you now did not come from comfort, it came from communion. You've met God in places most never go, and it shows in the way you carry peace like a crown. As this chapter closes, take a moment to look back, not with regret, but with reverence. Every shadow carried wisdom. Every heartbreak carried hidden instruction. You are not leaving broken pieces behind. You are leaving monuments of growth. Where you once fell, you now stand taller. Where you once wept, you now worship. Heaven sees you and smiles because you have become living evidence that redemption is real. And though this message nears its end, your journey does not. You are stepping forward into uncharted fields of purpose, carrying the fragrance of someone who has been with God and returned radiant. The road ahead will not always be easy, but it will be anointed. The same hand that carried you through storms will now guide you through promise. The same voice that called you in darkness will now speak through your light. Chosen one, keep going. The horizon is wide, and heaven walks with you. This story will continue to unfold in beauty, in purpose, and in grace. What began in pain is ending in power, and what once felt like breaking has become birthing. God is proud, deeply, eternally proud of who you are becoming, and the heavens whisper one last time, keep going, beloved. The best is still ahead. Beloved chosen one, before this message fades into the quiet of your room, pause and breathe in what you've just journeyed through. You've walked through fire and faith, through breaking and rebuilding, through silence and revelation, and you are still standing, crowned with light. Heaven is proud, truly proud. If these words have touched something inside you, if they've reminded you of your strength, your purpose, your divine identity, then let that awakening move beyond this moment. Let it ripple, like this message, not as a habit, but as an act of gratitude to the one who never left you. A simple click becomes a whisper to heaven that says, I receive this truth. Share this message the way light spills from an open door, because somewhere, someone is still standing in darkness, waiting for a reminder that God is not done with them. When you share, You become a messenger of hope, a voice carrying comfort to another weary soul. And as you read these final lines, I invite you to comment below right from your heart. Tell heaven what stirred you. Maybe just one sentence, or even one word. Your comment becomes a memorial stone, marking the moment where something in your spirit shifted. If you haven't already, subscribe and stay connected. This isn't just content, it's a living flow of words meant to keep your faith burning through every season. And if you ever feel led to give or donate, let it come from overflow, from love, from the desire to keep light alive in a world that forgets how to see. You've been chosen not just to listen, but to shine. So carry this light forward quietly, boldly, endlessly. The story continues through you.